What's been happening in Rancho Peñasquitos real estate over the last 30 days? Stick around for a couple of minutes and I will go through it with you. That's right, today we are bringing you a 92129 Rancho Peñasquitos real estate market update. If you're new to this channel, please give us a like and subscribe so you don't miss any of these updates. And if you'd like to talk about buying or selling in Rancho Peñasquitos or anywhere in San Diego County, send us a message or give us a call. We are always happy to talk. Let's get right into the information right now. Looking at Rancho Peñasquitos, we have currently 78 active listings, 34 pending listings, and 26 sold in the last 30 days. So we have listings outpacing pendings by about 2 to 1 here. And in the last 30 days, 19 listings have executed price reductions. So that is not a huge percentage of the 78 there. Sellers at this point in the market are hanging on to pricing. We do see price reductions each and every week. As you've seen in our weekly updates, the number is around 10% of the inventory each and every week does a price reduction. We're also seeing a fair number of expired and canceled listings as sellers pull their homes off the market in hopes that this particular wave of sort of softening prices will pass and that they can come back on the market at a later time and get the price they're looking for. Now that strategy has worked for the last even 3 years, 2022, 23, and 24. In all 3 years, we saw prices sort of sag at this point in the year, although now we have higher inventory than we have seen in 7 years in San Diego County. So what happens next really remains to be seen. However, at this point, let's talk about the historical information here in Rancho Peñasquitos, at least going back 3.5 years or so here, with a couple of major metrics looking at detached homes going back to early 2022. Penasquitos was at 1,227,500 and currently at 1.420. So there has been reasonable price growth over the last 3 years. It's been up and down, as I just mentioned. These summer months, we tend to see median prices sagging, and then they run uphill. Here we go, January 23, uphill to August of 23, downhill to December of 23, and then back up the hill into 24, and so on and so on. Now, looking at the percent of original list price to final closed sale price, this is really a market heat metric here. Obviously, things were red hot in early 2022, Penasquitos being one of the hottest zip codes. I personally noticed back then. I've been selling in this area for more than 20 years, and 21 and 22 were just crazy years for overbidding, and here you are at the peak of that craziness, 114.3%, and then all the way down to 93.1, which is actually incredibly low historically. San Diego County hovers around 97, 98% on this metric because this is measuring only the percent of original list price to final closed sale price, doesn't count the homes that don't sell. Now we are sitting at 100.3. So even with that roughly 2 to 1 ratio on active to pending properties right now, the properties that are selling on average for full price, 0.3% over full price, in fact, with San Diego County at 98.1. Penasquitos is a very hot, in-demand zip code. It sits just west of Interstate 15 at the east end of Highway 56, making coastal access very simple, and you've got great access to Sorrento Valley and Rancho Bernardo, where there are tons of jobs. So it makes sense that it's a hot zip code and a relatively expensive zip code as zip codes go, given the types of jobs that folks who live there are commuting to. So looking at market time, actually up a little bit from last month. Looking at May to June here, currently 23 days. And again, these are the homes that are going into pending, not the ones that are sitting. So if you have a listing that has a long market time racked up that finally goes into pending, it will push this metric up and more than likely push this metric down. So we keep an eye on all of this stuff for you. And yes, there is lots more real estate data to talk about. However, we're trying to keep things relatively condensed for you. So if there's more detail you want, zoom in on a specific area or talk about a specific metric, we're always happy to do that. Although those become generally more one-to-one conversations. Sometimes we do get requests and that turns into a video for everyone. Sometimes it's just a conversation with an individual because the metric or the information requested is so narrow and specific, but we are able to do it and happy to do it. So send us a message or give us a call. Until then, that's what's going on in Rancho Peñasquitos right now. If you like the content, please remember to like, share, subscribe, and comment. We will be back very soon with more great real estate information for you. Until then, have a great day, and we'll see you right here.